Welcome to another episode of Calculated, a show where we take the time to enjoy the quirky, unique, and sometimes surprising sides of Rocket League. In today's episode, we are looking at big-brained 200 IQ plays, anything from axle-breaking fakes and deeks to the incredible way players are able to turn unusual situations into highlight reel goals. Once again, all these clips are submitted by you, the community, and one of them is going to be crowned the Calculated Classic to take home a 2,000 credit prize. Think you have the skills to be included in the next episode? Well, I'll explain how to submit your clips at the end of this video. But here's a quick tip to get you started. It's important to remember that having 200 IQ in Rocket League is not going to mean much unless you can accurately channel those smarts into your game. The Thrustmaster eSwap Pro controller is the interface by which 200 IQ thoughts turn into 200 IQ plays. Yes, this is the controller that's used by some of the biggest brains in Rocket League, such as Jazer, Astral, and Rocket Sledge. Yep. There's nothing out of place in that list. Truthfully, I've been using the Thrustmaster eSwap for a long time now, and while I might not be able to use it to its full potential, it's easy to see why it's become the favorite controller of a lot of high-skilled players. And we can't forget its coolest feature, modularity. Set your mini-sticks to be symmetrical or asymmetrical, accessorized with color packs from the Endless ecosystem, this controller has possibilities that no other can come close to. So click on the link below to get your own eSwap Pro controller right now. Thanks to Thrustmaster for sponsoring this video. To be a 200 IQ player in Rocket League means to be able to make the best out of any situation. For example, an opponent bump just becomes a helping hand. Ending up inside the net? Just a minor inconvenience. Even facing the wrong way is no big deal for these players. It's true being the smartest player on the team can often mean your teammates are more hindrance than your opponents, but an intelligent Rocket League player should be able to make use of even the most brain-dead, boosted, mouth-breathing teammate. Now sometimes this will call for drastic measures, such as taking the boost before they hurt themselves, and thus forcing them to bring you the ball. But a big-brained Rocket League god has no time for polite rotations. They're too busy winning games. Now the number one mechanic you probably think of when I say 200 IQ is probably the fake, and this episode is not going to disappoint. Here's a collection of players clearing nets and scoring goals, all by way of a mechanic that could be described as doing nothing at all. Fakes in Rocket League really show that you can win this fast-paced game by actually slowing down and being patient. Proggy here, for example, recognizes he can wait for both his opponents and teammates to miss before putting in the goal. But there's no better example of patience than this clip from Maurice, which is made 100 times better by a Redditor that decided to overdub it with some Star Wars dialogue. Hope you enjoy.
Anakin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate my power!
Don't try it!
Now I know some people look down on the Rumble playlist, but to me it's a source of some of the best big-brained Rocket League plays. Combining mechanical skill and the unique power-ups can create some amazing goals. In the following clips, we'll see how 200 IQ players can come up with ways to use power-ups that's so much more than just RNG. For example, this intentional death to the Power Fist may seem strange at first, until you realize it allows him to spawn back on defense, get 33 boost, and even score the goal. You don't have to worry about getting passes from your teammates when you have a swap ability and can just pass to yourself. A boot can be useful for clearing the net, but if used properly, can also turn an opponent's spikes into an own goal. Here's an example of how you can use the magnet to play keep away on your opponent's backboard. While there is already a mechanic called the tornado flick, here Max shows us it's possible to flick with a tornado, as his dodge off the wall somehow launches the ball into the net. Finally, we have this last second tying play as Spikes and Plunger come together to take the ball end to end and get the 0-second goal. As we wind down through the last few plays here, we've come to the part of the video where I award 2,000 credits to my favorite clip, but this time I need your help. I've narrowed it down to 2 entries, 1 Rumble, 1 standard 3v3. After watching these 2 clips, you can go to the Google form in the description or pinned comment and vote for your favorite. At first, this one from Too Many Pelicans might seem like a broken play that just works out, but I think it's actually a great example of awareness and adaptation by both players. Pelican alters his original plan to go for the bump, and instead helps his teammate Dizzy corral the ball. Dizzy pops it over the defender, and then Pelican follows up quickly to put it in the net. It's a unique play and could be our winner, unless you have a soft spot for Rumble. As you might remember from my past Unlucky Calculated episodes, the grapple can be a source of hilarious own goals if used at the wrong time. Here's an example of me suffering that shame myself. In this clip, Mercury orchestrates a similar own goal for his opponents. One of the orange players uses the grapple just as Mercury's teammate crushes the ball down the field with the Power Fist. Now, orange probably could have got away with this only hitting the backboard if it wasn't for Mercury's perfectly timed ball freeze. This is a 200 IQ play combined with a demoralizing blow to the other team, but is it enough to be named the Calculated Classic? Well, that's up to you. Make sure you vote with the Google form linked below. I hope you guys appreciated this 6th episode of the Calculated series. If this is your first time here, make sure you go check out the whole playlist that's linked on my channel. If you want to submit your clips for consideration, join my Discord that's linked in the description. As always, I'd appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, and comment below what your favorite play was. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.